Hello, executive leaders, and this is my presentation as to why I believe I'd be a suitable candidate for the head prefect position. So first off, I'd like to discuss my understandings of the role. Now, when I came to Glenunga in year 8, I always thought and saw the head prefect position as extremely prestigious and quite difficult, and I always believed that it was focusing on organising and assisting the prefect team and sort of maintaining the team, keeping it together, making sure that the goals that they developed were reasonable and realistic, and they could be achieved in a realistic time frame, and if they could be done efficiently. I also believe that they had to represent the student cohort and the school community on a local and national level, and they would act as a conduit between the student body and the executive leaders in regards to different situations and issues. They would also act as the face of the prefect team. So if anything went wrong, if anything was to blame, the head prefects would be the ones who would notify the school, or they would be the ones to sort of, in a way, take the blame. Now, I understand that for this position, a lot of organisation, confidence, and patience is required, and I do believe that I have the skills that are necessary to do well in this role. One such example of this is I generally take an either active or a passive role in team situations, primarily in group discussions, where I can either refrain myself, and listen to what other people have to say and sort of gather ideas as to a certain issue or topic, or I can take an active role and voice my opinions and sort of steer the discussion to maintain that we stay on topic and that we effectively come to a conclusion that's suitable for everyone. This can be seen both inside and outside of school, where I've been able to effectively take charge of group discussions. This one such example of this can be with a lot of my friendship groups, where I have this fine line between camaraderie and sternness, where if work hasn't been done, I will make sure that it gets done. When everything starts to go pear-shaped, I know how to have those difficult conversations. I've been on the receiving end and on the giving end of these conversations, and I maintain and ensure that everyone stays on task and that the work does get done. I've also been able to deliver when there's only a limited time frame for me to get the work done. Quite often people have asked me to get work done with only a very small time frame in mind, and I've been able to effectively deliver. One such example is a speech, and I've already discussed the idea that I do work well under pressure, and I believe this is quite an important aspect, as I believe Sean mentioned, of the head prefect position. Now, my main interest in applying for the position is that I always saw it as a prestigious and high demanding role that I always thought and still think I can handle, and I see it as a very important and special, challenging character building experience that would help me develop my leadership and organizational skills that I can then apply both in year 12, my tertiary education, and in my life after school. And it's quite a unique experience that I have the opportunity to do, and I really want to have the opportunity to build my skills in this way. Now, some of the challenges that I believe I'm going to encounter, the primary one is that there have been issues where I have difficulty engaging in small conversation or effectively having an intelligent conversation with either my fellow peers and strangers, primarily adults. And I want to try and improve this by practicing with my friends and practicing on how to engage an adult audience, and also just focusing on my speaking skills in general. I know that sometimes they are a bit lacking, where I sort of lose my train of thought, or I just sort of don't know what to say, and it's certainly something that could be improved. As I understand it, it's quite important for the head prefect position. Another issue that I believe I'm going to encounter is the sense that Sometimes I approach an idea with an unpopular and a different point of view that sometimes causes issues. I believe it's in a way already caused a couple of issues within the Prefect group that have sort of been maintained already, and I haven't really said too much about them. But I believe in order to combat this issue, I'm going to have to develop the skills to understand whether or not my voice or my point of view is necessary to the conversation, whether or not it's going to sort itself out. I also need to try and develop skills in coming to understand and accepting other people's mindsets and how they came to that conclusion, and then sort of evaluate whether or not I actually have the right side of the story, or whether or not my opinion is correct in that sense. And there have certainly been cases in the past where I have just sort of kept it quiet because I didn't feel it was necessary. So thank you for your time, and hopefully this gives you an insight and some thought when you go to make this decision. Thanks.